Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Autumn's Kitchen. Today we'll be teaching you how to cook pretzel salad. The things you will need today are a rolling pin, 2 medium-sized bowls, some measuring cups, a pan, a bag of pretzels, cream cheese, butter, some strawberry jello, some frozen sliced strawberries, Cool Whip, a mixer, and lastly, some sugar. Alright, so while I was gone, I started out by rolling pretzels. So as you can see here, I rolled them out until they were pretty thin. I rolled them for about 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes. After that, I then melted butter. You can see it in the bowl. Now I'm going to take the pretzels and spread them evenly in the bottom of the pan. Okay, once I spread them out, make sure you get every corner. Then I'm going to dump the butter right onto it. You have to make sure you get it all equal on the pretzels. And then once you do that, you kind of want to mix it up to make sure you get all the butter on the pretzels. And keep mixing until you feel like all the pretzels have gotten butter on them. Usually I mix for about 2 minutes or so until the pretzels are all mixed up. Okay, and then you're going to want to spread it all down onto the bottom of the pan again so you can't see the bottom of the pan. And then once you're finished with that, you'll actually put it in the oven at 400 for 8 minutes. And then that will melt the butter down even further onto the pretzels. Alright, now after you have the pretzels baking in the oven, you're going to add a package of cream cheese. Usually you want to use an 8-ounce package. So you're going to add that in first to the bowl. So once you add that in, then you're going to add half a cup of sugar. Okay. So then you add the sugar. And usually I use an 8-ounce thing of Cool Whip. But actually today I'm going to use a 12-ounce because then it makes it fluffier and the center of the dessert will actually be better. It's more sweet. And when you buy the Cool Whip, you want to make sure that you leave it out on the counter to thaw for a little bit or else it's really hard to get out of the container. After you get it all out of the container, then I usually take a mixer and on low speed, I then mix it all together. And I'll demonstrate that here for you in a second. Start off by washing your hands, make sure you get everything off. And the reason why we use low speed is because you don't want any of the Cool Whip or anything actually getting out of the bowl. make sure you hold on to the bowl so it stays secure, because sometimes the mixer tends to move it around a little bit. Alright, so on here the mixer actually goes up to 5, so usually I mix it on like 2 or 3. You want to make sure you get every corner. And then after I finish mixing, I'll actually show you guys the finishing product of what it looks like when it's fully mixed, and then I'll show you how I actually spread it into the pan. Now that I got the pretzels out of the oven, and I set them in the refrigerator actually for like 5 minutes to make sure the pan was cooled when I put the Cool Whip in. And this is what it should look like when it's finished. As you can see, everything is mixed in pretty well together. You're going to start out by scooping some of it out and adding it to the pan. And you want to make sure you don't mix it around too much, because then the pretzels will get mixed in with the Cool Whip. So instead of mixing, you kind of just want to spread it. And when you spread it, you want to make sure you get all the corners really well, because once you put in the Jell-O, actually, which is the top layer, if you don't have each corner nice and sealed, then the Jell-O can actually get in and get past this layer onto the pretzels and then make the pretzels soggy. So once you have all this scooped out, you want to start out by gently spreading it, each corner. You want to make sure you go nice and slow. It's probably the hardest part, the middle layer. Alright, and then once I'm done spreading it, I'll actually come back and show you how it looks finished. And then I'll actually then apply the Jell-O to the top. Once you fully spread the second layer, it should look like this. All the sides, as I said previously, should be fully sealed so that the Jell-O doesn't leak through. And then I actually put the Jell-O in on the oven for 10 minutes with the frozen strawberries on top, and then I waited until they fully thawed. And now you're just going to pour it in over top of the second layer. And once you have it all poured in, I'm going to actually check the sides to make sure it's not already leaking through, because sometimes it can be fixed if you find the leak soon enough. Alright, and then once you have this set, you can actually either put aluminum foil over top or just leave it in the refrigerator to set. It actually takes somewhere between 3 and 4 hours for the Jell-O to fully set, and then it's ready to serve. Thank you for stopping on by today to listen to my demo speech on how to cook pretzel salad.